Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell and Brother Joe. We are here at Straitway. We're here on the Sabbath, and we're enjoying ourselves. Some of the saints are coming over as we usually have fellowship after church. We had Brother Joe and his family actually come and grace us with their presence all the way from Tampa, Florida, that pretty much general vicinity. And they came up and they visited us, in which we are excited, ecstatic, and elated to be able to see them face to face. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you hear it for yourself since he's here. And most of you have never come and actually visit Straitway for yourself. But I just thought I'd actually ask Brother Joe, since he's been here with us, what do you think about the community? Are we preaching and teaching exactly what we say on the videos?
Without a doubt, 100%. If you think this guy is fronting or just creating YouTube videos for, oh, I want subscribers, as if getting subscribers means something. It's not like you get paid for subscribers. It's right. You know, there's no point. Mm-hmm. So if you think that he's just talking, you know, preaching to you, and he ain't living that kind of life, probably, just like every other pastor you met, just like anybody else that was, you know, in these organized religions, he's probably the same. But he does have a good message, so maybe I'll listen. Well, appreciate you listening, but he is living by what he says, and I'm telling you right now, I came here. We got here last night. We didn't even plan on staying here at his on his land here. We were going to get a nearby hotel, stop by, eat dinner with him, and then go back to the hotel. And then the next morning, we were going to stop by for a little while and then go on our way to the rest of our vacation. Excuse me. And so we get here, and he takes us for a little tour around the property and stuff. And I've already seen a few of his videos, so I kind of knew. It was funny because, you know, to go somewhere, seeing videos and already know where things are at, you know, at least a couple of things anyways. It was kind of neat to see that. But then I'm in there, and I'm looking around, and I'm thinking, you know, this is exactly what he said, the kind of community he's got going on here. And took us for a little spin around, a little, what is that, mule or thing? What is that little?
Yeah, car? A little Kawasaki, the mule. Yeah,
went around, showed us the little sites and his property, the garden, the people who are here with him, the little community. It's almost like, I'm not going to say Amish, but you know how the Amish, they are their own community, and there's pretty much no outsiders allowed in, and they have their own ways of doing things, but it's kind of extreme to see some of the Amish stuff. But that's the only closest thing in my mind that I can even remotely relate as far as a community, because if you just sit back without judging Amish for anything else and just say, well, how do they work together? Do they help each other out? Do they build things together? Do they all pitch in some way, shape, or form? Those key elements. And you say, yeah, in that respect, man, the Amish got it down. But the way they force this and that, you know, that's a whole other story. But just those key elements, a actual quote unquote community, pitching in, giving, helping, it is to the T of what I would hope you would expect when you think of those things. And it is exactly what I experienced here. I mean, they made us food, dinner. I mean, they made us feel like we live here, like almost as if we live here, but we stopped by for a minute and we didn't have to do anything. They just had, you know, dinner waiting on us. Do whatever you want. This place is your place as long as you're here with us. Just, I mean, more at home than you would at your best friend's house. You know, I mean, just incredible. And like I said, we were going to go to a hotel. And he says, look, we have a little guest house up the way on your way out, actually, that he built himself, by the way, which is incredible, because I thought this guy was like some kind of subcontractor or contractor in the construction industry, and he's not. Okay? And I'm seeing these buildings built, and I'm like, oh, this must be, he must have had some kind of background somewhere or another in construction. No, he said, no, I didn't. I just kind of self-taught myself in different ways, and I now know how to do it, and I do it myself. He's building things here. I mean, this is incredible what I saw. So anyways, this building is like, you guys can actually stay here tonight if you want. You don't have to pay for a hotel. There's no point. You know, you're coming back tomorrow morning anyways. I'm like, well, sure, you know, I'm not going to deny that. So we stayed. It was fantastic. Woke up. And I got to tell you, being a city boy my whole life, knowing that inside me is dying to get into the country, that's where I need to be. But city boy, my wife too, city girl, wake up. We open the door, hear the birds chirping, a couple little insects creaking or whatever, and it's just pure quiet after that. There's nothing else. And it's just, you hear, you know, you're in the trees, you're in the wilderness. It's just a sense of kind of being at one with your surroundings kind of thing. It was just fantastic. So we had service with him today. We decided not to leave in the morning. We're going to take another day out of the vacation to, we're staying somewhere 4 days. We're going to make it 3 days since we could end up spending the whole day here, because we just had such a good time, and it was such a good vibe, such nice people. Other people came in from all different parts of Tennessee and other states, by the way, just to come here for this service here. It just goes to show you that, when you find someone like this pastor, that's the real deal. He's not just trying to preach something to you for some unknown reason that you don't know about, some ulterior motive. When you find that guy, like I said, when I first saw his video, I made some video responses and told people on my website. I did the video. I said, look, if you guys ain't subscribed to him, I said, I know I'm not a religious guy. You know me. I don't play that. Any of these religious stuff. I always make fun of some of the stuff that they try to, tell you. That's just nonsense. I said, but this guy, I think he's got it right. You guys won't, start subscribing. And I've had people message me on my website and through YouTube, excuse me, and say, hey man, I'm glad you told me about that guy, Pastor Dowell. I ended up subscribing to him, and I really like what he's doing and saying. I was like, yeah, me too. I just, I couldn't pass not mention it when I found him. So, I guess just mainly this purpose of this video is to tell you this man is real, genuinely cares about people, doesn't want anything in return whatsoever. Nothing. Treats you, again, I'm just astounded in a good way of how we were taking it as if we were family. Like, I wasn't even kind of embarrassed or like, kind of feeling that weird feeling I'm on someone's property. I'm like, all these people in his community, he's got a bunch of people here that live on the property with him, and they have houses and stuff here. Who are they? How are they going to look at us? They were as if we were friends forever, like we were family. And I guess that's all I really need to say. Although I do want to mention one thing that he'd mentioned to me when I told you he doesn't have any kind of construction background, and he's building all these little facilities. And he took me up to some of the ones he's currently working on right now. It's amazing what you can learn and not know anything after you see what this guy does, and you realize he didn't go to any kind of schooling or anything. And he had mentioned to me he went around this area while they're building some of the housing here. Not here at the facility, but in the general area where he lives, and was looking for places, construction workers, companies that are building up houses or some kind of businesses, because he wanted to learn how to do it himself. So he went on site and said, "Listen, do you have any work that I could do for you? I'd like to work for you, but I need you to train me on what you need me to do." And they said, "Well, yeah, we normally could use a hired hand, but we don't need one right now." He goes, "No, I don't want to be hired. I want to work for free, simply for the knowledge of how to build and create a house and block and everything. I don't know what I'm doing." And they were kind of like, "Huh?" Like they look at you like he was crazy for a minute. "What do you mean, seriously, free?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna gain more out of this than what the pay could be. I don't need the money. I want to learn." So they're like, "Well, shoot, knock yourself out, basically." And they taught him real quickly. He did that several times, or however many times, I'm not sure. And the end is history, and now I'm out here looking at this thinking the entire time, and I've seen some of the stuff on YouTube that he posts, this guy has got to have some kind of construction background, without a doubt. And then I came here and he dropped it on me. I knew absolutely nothing. I have no kind of certification in construction, nothing, but I know exactly how to do it, and because of the reason that he told me. Now I'm going to ask you, have you ever in your life met somebody, again, this guy's a pastor, a role model, that's his figure, right? Have you ever met anybody who went out and said, "I want to work somewhere for free. I want to be an auto mechanic. I'm going to go work somewhere for free for a while just so that I can have that knowledge under my belt"? Absolutely not. That's absurd. Who would do something like that? But this man did it, and I have nothing but respect for this guy, and I'm actually saddened that I live so far away, because I wish I lived somewhere in Tennessee so it was at least some kind of short distance of a drive, hour, 2 hours or something, to come see him frequently as possible. It's just such a beautiful atmosphere here, beautiful people here. And once you surround yourself with people like that, and then you get away from it, like, we're going up north, by the way. I'm not going to be too specific where I'm going, but we're going up north after this. And I can already feel and know what I'm going to be dealing with, generally speaking, with those types of people up there. It's really bad up north with how people treat each other. But even going back down to Florida, I can go anywhere in the state of Florida, including people I know, and not get the treatment and beautifulness of this whole visit and experience here at, I guess, Straitway
Yes, sir.
ranch or whatever you want to call this place, whatever. It's fantastic. So I'm a testament because, again, you know, I'm not religious. I'm not here to promote some guy's religion or anything else, because I've sitting there and badmouthed it for so long on my own videos and specific examples of things like, you know, it's just such nonsense, and I'll get into it. And, you know, some people would get upset with me. Hey, you know, don't talk. You know, I'm a Christian. I don't like you saying that and this and that. And then other people, hey, you know, I appreciate you keeping it real. I'm keeping it real no matter what. But at the same time, I can't say I met a guy that is religious in his own ways with his own views, which, by the way, are nothing like any religion that you've ever been to, namely Christianity, the most powerful one probably on the face of the earth, at least in America. And what he teaches and what I experienced today, I can't tell you the last time I was inside of a church, aside from when we kind of felt forced by family. Oh, you got to have your little one baptized at this church. We're going to go to her friend's church, standard Christian church. The whole family's on us. You got to do it. Fine. It doesn't matter to us. That's not going to hurt our feelings and make us feel like we did something wrong. We'll just go. And I'm standing there, and they're doing the whole chanting, like weird musical, just very uncomfortable. And they're kind of like swaying to the chants, like in a zombie state. Me and my wife are standing there, and he's asking us questions that we have to repeat after him and stuff. And he's doing a little thing to our daughter, and we're just kind of standing there, trying not to be red-faced and just like, okay. And then after it was done, immediately we're like, okay, everyone left, and okay, great. And we looked at each other and almost like took the words out of each other's mouth, like, did you have that weird, just completely uncomfortable feeling like you just did not want to be there and just the world was kind of coming in on you? I was like, yeah, it was kind of disturbing, actually. You know, I remember why I don't and will not go to church again, because I did not like that whole experience. And that was just a tiny experience. I remember when I was a kid and used to go to church forcefully by my mom, mainly my mom and dad, but mainly my mom, which was actually a Catholic church to start with, where I went. And you want to run as far away as you can. But again, I couldn't tell you, aside from that one little time we were kind of forced into going with our kid to get her baptized, you know, per the family, keep them happy. I couldn't tell you the last time I stepped foot in church until today, when I went here, and I was thinking to myself the whole time, man, why wasn't my church like that? Like you can't even compare. No, I mean, nothing from the start, from the second I walked in that church and took off my shoes to just go sit down. From that very moment to the very end, have I ever experienced anything like that in any church? And again, I'm not a religious guy. You can go look at some of my old videos and see me badmouthing stuff, for God's sakes. You'll see it. But I have to give respect when respect is due. And today, that respect is definitely due. And it was a really good experience. Wife too. She didn't even pull me off to the side afterwards, like, hey, what did you think about it? There was no even need to even say that. We already felt awesome. It was fantastic. We were both smiling. It was great. Had a good time. Went and had dinner with everybody, or lunch, and people coming up, shaking your hand, giving you hugs. Again, like your family. At the other churches, you go and sit down, pass that basket around. Here's your $15, $20, $10. Leave up. Church is over. Everyone leaves. No one really talks for the most part. Maybe a quick second. Everyone goes home and goes do what they got to do. You know, I spent my time in church. God's happy with me. I'm out. I didn't get that feeling here at all. People here truly believe in something that these other churches don't. And I'm just here to set the record straight. If there's anybody out here who thinks this man is fake or a fraud, or he's maybe teaching the wrong thing, he's not forcing anything on us. He didn't force anything on us. I could probably ramble on here for another hour just thinking of things that we're really happy with, that made us happy with this experience today and last night even. But rather than make a massive YouTube video, I guess I'll just call it quits now. And just to tell you, this guy's the real deal. And I really appreciate being here. Had a fantastic time seeing you. I was nervous, almost like, I'm meeting my, I get to see my foster dad or my real dad, for the first time. I got butterflies in my stomach. It was weird. My wife, when we first pulled up in his grass there to come knock on the door, she's like, "You a little nervous?" I was like, "Yeah, I know, I am. Aren't you?" She's like, "Yeah, it kind of feels weird." So I went up, knocked on the door, and his wife answered. It was very, big smile on her face, very beautiful, happy lady. And I told me I could pull my car, straighten it out, whatever, to get out of the road there, and I could park in the grass. And then he came out, and nothing but smiles and hugs and handshakes. And from that day on, I think my face may have been a little red at that point because, it was a little nervousness. Like, I'm finally meeting the guy. I really appreciate this guy. And then, okay, I'm comfortable. We're sitting down. We're just chatting, talking about stuff. Kind of like, the video we did before this about the economy and just all kinds of stuff. And, how we're trying to wake people up, doing what we can do. And the best thing about using an avenue like YouTube is that you don't have to, like, on Facebook, these are all people who know me, so they're forced to listen to what I have to say every day, even if they don't like it. Mm-hmm. And when they start to not like it, which is almost right away, why don't you talk about something positive? Why don't you do that? Why do you stop posting that? I'm trying to help you is why I'm posting this. If a Category 5 hurricane, off the charts, is coming to your town and it just formed out of nowhere and it's going to be there in a day, but you don't have a TV or you don't pay attention to the news, wouldn't you like your old pal Joe to call you up to say, dude, you're leaving tomorrow or in the 5 hours or so or less, right? Why? Because a Category 5 hurricane's coming. Oh, I didn't know. I don't watch the news anymore. Good. Thanks for calling me. We're packing up. We're leaving. You would appreciate that. Mm-hmm. But if I tell you that your whole world's fixing to change over the next several years, which causes friction between what you thought was the truth, what your belief system was founded upon, the U.S. dollar can't collapse. Nothing can happen. Don't talk to me about it. They're already talking about the economy's going to be fixed. Don't worry about it. Don't come here with that negative stuff. Mm-hmm. But you just said you'd want me to tell you if a Category 5 hurricane was coming, wouldn't you? So why don't you want me to tell you about a worse than Category 5 hurricane, by the way, is coming, and how I can even give you the proper steps to save yourself from that happening, or at least lessen greatly the effect of that happening. So the beautiful thing, as I was saying about YouTube, is that you don't have to have all these subscribers first, who are your friends, and then start telling them things, only to find them leaving. We don't want to hear this. But, I'm too happy, leave me alone. People are searching for things on YouTube because they don't have the answers, and they want to find other people who are talking about things that they think may be wrong, and then they find someone like me or him or many others out there who try to wake people up, and then all of a sudden, fantastic, subscribe. Oh, that guy too, subscribe. Oh, he recommends that guy. I trust him. I'm already subscribed to him. I'm going to subscribe to that guy. And then you have a network of great knowledge and information coming in. And those of us who are producing that information, we don't have to get upset like on Facebook. Why aren't they listening to me? Why don't they even, for God's sakes, I just mentioned something that was huge. Not even a single reply. Come on, man. Why am I wasting my time on here? Kind of beats you up sometimes inside. But on YouTube, people are flocking in every day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 subscribers, whatever your numbers are coming in because they found something that you said or generally speaking like what you say, and they want to know more, and they're willing to listen to you. And that is enough gratitude for me, and I'm sure him, just for people to listen. That's all we care about. He's not asking for anything else. I don't ask for anything else other than people just to listen. I put up my own website so that if something does happen, some more of my YouTube videos get killed because of some nonsense that they try to do every so often when you have too many subscribers preaching the truth. They wipe your account out. Hey, at least I've got my website, and a lot of my subscribers already know about the website, so they'll go there immediately to figure out, hey, Joe, where's your new channel going to be located? Oh, okay, I'll create a new YouTube channel or whatever. Mm-hmm. That sort of reason. So I'm doing this, and I don't get anything from my website. I pay for the bandwidth. I pay for the server. I pay for all that stuff. It's not that expensive, but I do it because I like helping people. I like informing people. And I have to rely on people for my world to change for the better too. I have to rely upon the rest of society because I can't change the world myself. But if I wake up enough people and they wake up enough people, right, the 100th monkey syndrome, at least enough people will be awake and starting to wake them quicker and quicker and quicker to get rid of the old system, flush that thing down the toilet, and start out with something new. But the problem is, in between that time period, it's going to be pretty brutal. And we're getting very close to that time period, which is why we are making these videos, and it seems like we're even doing it more frequently, maybe for whatever reason or another. You got to pay attention and start acting. Don't be that guy that sits there, yeah, you're right, I'm with you, brother, I'm with you. This guy, I like this guy, he's preaching it. Did you get any kind of, do you have money? Yeah, I got some money. Did you buy any silver? No. How about a food store? Did you get food stores? No, not yet. No, I've been needing to do that. Dude, you said that a month ago. 2 months ago. You haven't acted yet. Don't be that guy that says, yeah, I agree with you, but you don't do anything. And for those of you who are in an unfortunate situation that can't really do anything, just for whatever your reason is, which I can't buy 100%. You can do some things, I'll tell you that now. But for the most part, if you can't, you will be that person in your area, in your neighborhood, because you'll be so informed by listening to people like us and other people, whatever. You'll know exactly how to handle things and be prepared for certain things that start to unfold. And then once those things unfold, you're going to know what's going to probably unfold next. Meanwhile, your community, people in your neighborhood may not know. And they may be able to at least look to you for the advice that you would have gotten from us and other people, And then all of a sudden you become an asset to those people who still have money, who still can go out rapidly buy some food or whatever. And of course they're going to be so appreciative of you. This guy woke me up in like a week. I owe this guy my life. He's hooked up. That's the kind of thing that could happen to you. So I guess I'll quit talking now because when I get going, like I tell my wife, I'm going to do a 10-minute video. I'll be out in 10, 15 minutes. I'm in here for like 40 minutes every time. I can't help it. So that's all I got to say. Nothing but love for this guy and his family and the community. And I can't wait to come back sometime in the future.
Well, hallelujah. Very good sound words from a brilliant man. You know, Pastor Dowell, as well as the rest of the saints of the Most High here, Straitway, we're all about the global insurrection against banker occupation. That you can believe in. And you can take that to the bank for sure. Just as much as we're passionate about that, we're also passionate about being real, true people of the Most High. Not like these fleecing jack-legged dogs of preachers and teachers that out here fleecing you, taking you for everything that you have and your children and your family. That ain't what we're about. We're about being people of the book, being true. And that is the truth. And that's the truth, straightway. All right, just for a second here, just to show you how that everybody comes over and we all have a good old time on the Sabbath. Look at all these saints back here in the background. Y'all stand up and say hi. Come and wave. Come on, Brother Shane. Y'all so see our family? See our family? They're all in here. They're all saying hi. We're all enjoying Brother Joe and his family here. We really, truly are. And we're having a beautiful time with them. Just a beautiful family. And we hope that be the Father's will one day that you're able to come and also have this experience. It is a life-changing experience, because it gives you understanding that you may have not had opportunity to have before. So y'all be at peace. Shabbat shalom. Have a wonderful day. The King is coming.